The pandemic has made it so that we're all working from home, except for the frontline workers who are protecting all of us. But to work from home, we're connecting online through all sorts of video conferencing services. One of these companies has been in the news much more than the other. One of our viewers who's stuck from home, I hear you have questions about Zoom.
Like many other people I know, I'm using both Zoom professionally and then also kind of for doing basically happy hours and meetups with friends. I heard that there's maybe some security issues with Zoom lately. I'm wondering if this is something I should be aware of.
Well, great question, but I will say to all of viewers out there, if you are having a happy hour and you have a drink in your hand, keep it away from the computer while you're on your Zoom happy hour. Now, there are issues that are happening with Zoom in particular, and these actually started sometime back when Zoom had a security issue, but right now there's been a few accusations that have happened against Zoom. One is they said they had encryption end-to-end, meaning everything that was happening on your Zoom call was encrypted. Turns out it wasn't. Certain things in the privacy policy that were not mentioned, it turns out they were sharing information. They had issues with people showing up and doing what's called Zoom bombing. So there's actually been quite a few things that have happened.
What is Zoom bombing? I've heard the term, but I'm not exactly sure what it is.
For example, you and I are talking right now, and by the way, we are using Zoom, just so everybody knows, and all of a sudden, some other listener shows up in our call and does things like throw up maybe some bad things that they shouldn't, or tries to just create noise. Zoom had originally set it up so that the link that you send out for inviting people to the meeting, anyone could click on it and join your meeting without any kind of filter in place.
And now, is there something protecting me from that?
Actually, Zoom just made it so that instead of making your meetings open, there's this thing called a waiting room. So when you do click, if I'm controlling the meeting or if I'm the host of the meeting, kind of like the host of the party, I get to decide who comes in and who doesn't. So I have to press the admit before they get in, even if they have the link. The other thing I do is I can add a password.
And then I heard something about sharing of private information with Facebook. What do I need to know about that?
Yes, that actually was very alarming for many, many people, including people like myself who lives in the privacy, safety, and security space. It turns out that even if you didn't have a Facebook account and you were using Zoom for a conference call, a personal call, a video conference, your information was being shared with Facebook. This was something that Zoom claims they had instituted a long time ago, had dropped the idea, and had never updated their privacy policy and never had updated the system that was doing this. And apparently they have corrected that as well, or at least last I heard, they're working on it.
I think I just got a Zoom update that I have yet to upload. Is that something that am I making a mistake there? Not doing that immediately?
Actually, for everyone listening, I updated my Zoom this morning. There is a new update. It's a security update. It means that Zoom is taking these issues seriously. It's in the news for, frankly, the wrong reasons right now. And I think this is going to be a good way to get into the news for the right reasons. And doing that security update protects you from hackers out there, protects your privacy. It changes some of the default settings on Zoom itself so that people can't Zoom bomb you as easily. It's giving, in essence, the controller of the meeting more power to control the meeting, just like they should do. And I think one of the things that Zoom had done is the opposite. They were making it easy and easy and easy for people to use it, but in that process made it so that those who are uninvited to the party ended up using it in ways they never should be allowed to do.
Sounds good. Are they doing anything else to protect my privacy?
Zoom announced that they're hiring a consultant, a Stanford University consultant who's an expert in security. He was the chief security officer in his past life of Facebook, the chief security officer of Yahoo as well, and now he's doing research at Stanford and online issues. Apparently, this gentleman, Alex Stamos, is going to be helping them find better ways of proceeding in the safety space, the security, and the privacy space. Hopefully, good things will come from that. We'll see what happens. But in the meantime, just keep an eye out on your settings inside of Zoom. Go into your settings and make sure that you're locking things down, because you do have the power to control your own Zoom conferencing.